I'm Eric Top, and I'm from Prince Edward County. I've been bow hunting for about 16 years now, since I was 12 years old, as soon as I was old enough that they would allow me to have a license. 6 of those years I spent chasing this deer. We have pictures of him on trail cameras back as early as 2009. It was kind of cool to dig up pictures back that far and see that he's been around since then. We had some real history. In 2012, we got a good opportunity at him. Unfortunately, the arrow unfortunately hit a branch, buried in the dirt at his feet. I found both his sheds right together, 5 feet apart. They were laying in the water, so they were basically scuzzed over in green algae, but I was like, he's alive, because we really thought, you know, that was gonna be his last winter. He's obviously an old deer. I thought that G2 kind of looks like a real hook spur on a turkey, and I said, well, we call them limb hangers, right? That's kind of how we came up with the name limb hanger. It was really encouraging, and that's part of the reason why I got back in the stand so often this season. Is we had his sheds, I knew he was alive. Over so many years of feeling like I'd failed at taking this deer, I'd concocted all of these theories and stories in my head that this deer doesn't fight anymore, and you know, this deer might not even think about breeding anymore. He's so old, he's so big. The first thing on his mind is survival. But I mean, after I took him down and I examined him, I mean, all those theories were complete garbage. Everything inside of me cried was, that's limb hanger, you know what I mean? Just make this shot count. It's time to make it happen. I could tell on his neck he had fresh wounds, and when I got him to the taxidermist and caped out, and just yesterday I got a message back from her, and his official green score was 193 and 4/8. His net green score is 180 even. But I mean, you know, nets are for fishing, right? The best thing that I can tell any bow hunter out there is, number 1, persistence, and number 2, don't give up. So many times I had failures in the field, and you know, maybe I blew them out of proportion. Maybe I felt like they were much bigger issues than what they really were. Some people won't understand, and I hope some people never have to try to understand the lows that I went through chasing this deer. But putting yourself back out there and really putting a lot of yourself into it, making good decisions about being out there and being in the right spot and being persistent. You just can't give up. I mean, this took 6 years to get on this deer. And I mean, over those 6 years, I sealed my tag on 1 doe, 1 deer, because I passed a lot of good animals by anybody's standards. I passed a lot of 145-inch deer or 150-inch deer because I was there for one animal in particular. And just keeping up the persistence and, you know, not giving up on your dream. That's the best thing I can tell anybody. And, you know, other than practice, shooting a bow a lot. Because when it comes down to that last 3 seconds of the shot, it could be the most important 3 seconds that you'll have in your hunting career. It was for me. And I mean, I trained hundreds of thousands of shots to make that last 4 seconds count. It came together for me. It was a real emotional experience, and I'm really glad that he gave me that opportunity.